What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk and Joe Shane and Brian Dabo during this NFL draft this past weekend did they thing. And I have to give them a congratulations on what they did. We're going to talk about it right here after the intro.
I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual healthcare, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. All right, New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. What up, fans? Hey, listen, the New York Giants did their thing in the NFL draft, man. I think we got tougher. We got a whole lot more physical. We got a couple of savages, and we got a couple of people that could play very good roles on this team. So we're going to start with round one. We get the top edge rusher in the class and one of the top quarterbacks in the class in Jackson Dart, and the top edge rusher in Abdul Carter. The first round, this set the tone for the New York Giants going into 2025. They wanted to solidify their defense by getting Abdul Carter at number 3. Circumstances happened with the whole Shedeur Sanders fiasco, and they did what they did in taking Abdul Carter, which was the best pick at that time, because Travis Hunter was taken at number 2, and I did not want Travis Hunter here based on what was reported that we were going to try to do with him. So shout out to Travis Hunter going to Jacksonville, which I think is the perfect spot for him. He gets to play both sides, and he gets to be a star on both sides of the ball. Trevor Lawrence could get on the ball, and he could go get the ball on the defensive side, so shout out to him. But let's talk about Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter solidifies our pass rush tremendously and makes us a fierce front seven. One, because he can play off-ball linebacker, so he can be put on the field with Kayvon Thibodeau, who got his 5th-year option, and Brian Burns. And we got Dexter Lawrence at the defensive tackle position. So we got a bunch of savages out there. That's what they call themselves, savages. And we have a guy in Abdul Carter that can contain people in our division like Jalen Hurts and my boy over there, Jaden Daniels over there with the Commanders. See, that's what hurt us last year. You know, we could cover up some things, but then they had enough speed to get to the edge and the outside and hurt us with their legs. If you put Abdul Carter in the spot, that takes a lot of that away. So if we could play gap control and contain people like Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts when we play against them, I think we play Lamar Jackson as well again this year. That dude helps us out tremendously. And on third downs, if he's coming up the middle of the field with Dexter Lawrence taking on those double teams and Brian Burns and Thibodeau could get those one-on-ones, we could get after the quarterback just like that. So yes, an absolute beast in Abdul Carter. He has a bevy of moves, and he has a motor that just doesn't stop. That was the best pick we could have got at pick 3. Now, I don't agree with the trade, but we traded up to get our quarterback of the future in Jackson Dart. Now, with Jackson Dart, we're going to have to run a certain system with Jackson Dart until he gets acclimated to NFL football speed. But one thing that I see that he does very well is he does throw the layered ball over the middle extremely well. He does do that. And he's a playmaker. He can get outside the pocket. He can make a couple of throws and make a couple of plays. You just got to make sure that he's contained. You know, and he's going to have to get a whole lot better when it comes to getting pressure on him. Move your feet in the pocket. Don't get skittish. Move your feet in the pocket. Get to the open space, and take off if need be, because he does have the athleticism to take off. So I'm going to have to adjust to Jackson Dart being our quarterback, and I do think that he will be our quarterback very, very soon. As far as our starting quarterback, he is our quarterback, but our starting quarterback soon. If Russell Wilson comes out of struggle out the gate early, I do believe Jackson Dart will be inserted early, because that's Brian Daboll's guy. But Jackson Dart, he can turn into something special for us. We just have to get his deep ball accuracy a little better. Stop throwing off that back foot so much, and don't be skittish in the pocket when pressure comes, because you're going to get pressure over here in the NFC East. And he's going to have to adjust to the New York market. There was questions about him being able to adjust to the New York market with this New York fan base. You know, we are very skittish and we're very hard on players, and that's just what it is. So he's going to have to adjust to that. Do I think he could do it? Yeah, I think he has the moxie to do it. He has a little flavor to him. That's what these fans want. They want a guy with a little flavor to him, a little outlandish as far as outspoken and, you know, doing celebrations and things. He has that. And I just think that we can attack the middle of the field tremendously with Jackson Dart and those post routes. And he has a pretty good deep ball when it's accurate. He's going to have to get that accurate and learn how to throw that back shoulder to people like Malik Neighbors. I want us to get a taller receiver in the future, to where when he does make his mistakes, he throws the ball high. Kind of like how Eli Manning did in the beginning of his career. When Eli Manning was missing, he was missing high. So they went and got him Plaxico Burress. And we all know how that turned out. So we could get a couple of receivers that allows him to throw the ball high, and, you know, they could go up there and grab it. We'll be okay with Jackson Dart. Now, that was the first round, which I think they did the absolute best. I give them an A+ for the first round. Second round, we didn't have a pick because we traded our second round pick and our 99th pick and the third round pick next year for Jackson Dart. So he's going to have to pan out, because we gave assets to get Jackson Dart. So the first, second round, you per se, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, I am totally fine with that. And I think they did an A+ job at that. Now in the third round, I give it another A+. I don't know how Darius Alexander fell to the third round, but we got him at pick 65 with the first pick in the third round. Darius Alexander, playing him next to Dex, it's going to be tremendously fun to watch, man. We actually got a chance to talk to him at the Senior Bowl, interview him at the Senior Bowl. Very good kid, very strong, tall, big, and he wants to be a savage, man. He can get off the blocks. He can shed blocks. He can get pressure on the quarterback as well. And the main thing that I love about him, he can stop the run as well. He creates piles and he moves piles, man. So if we got two dudes like Dexter Lawrence who can create piles and move piles and get after the quarterback with Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, and Thibodeau, I think this Giants can have one of the best front sevens we've seen in a very, very long time. It's been since about 2011. So it's been about 13, 14 years since we seen a front line like this with the New York Giants. So they may be getting back to their roots, but third round pick, Darius Alexander, damn good job. I give that an A+. And now we go to the fourth round. Another savage, and Mr. Cam Scatterbo. Cam Scatterbo, man, running back from Arizona State, comes in, brings that toughness and brings that fierce running to pick up those short yardage situations, man. I'm tired of being 3rd and 1s, 3rd and inches, and not being able to pick up the first down. So Cam Scatterbo helps that a lot back there with Tyrone Tracy. Hell, we can line in the I formation to put Scatterbo at the fullback position, to put Tracy in the backfield, and make you wonder which one of these guys is going to get the ball. Cam Scatterbo helps out our red zone offense as well by being able to get in those short goal line situations and get that ball in the end zone. And don't get it twisted. He's a very good catcher out the backfield. So we can run screenplays with him as well. And he just makes people miss. He runs through people. He's more agile than you think. He does have a jump cut to his game. So if we need him to be a feature back for a couple of quarters, cool. He's that back we can put in the game to where we can run the clock out on you. We're up by 10 points in the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. We can hammer you down with Cam Scatterbo, go get those first downs and go get the hell out of New York or whatever stadium we in with a victory. He allows us to control the clock. So this was a hell of a pick. Don't know how he fell to the fourth round. Cam Scatterbo is a New York Giants A+ for the fourth round. Then in the fifth round, Marcus Embo, offensive tackle from Purdue. Don't know how we got him in the fifth round. You know what I'm saying? Very athletic, can play guard, can play tackle. I think the reports out there, they're planning on playing him at right tackle to begin his career, and then they may see what they can do with him at guard. So whether they want to move Jermaine Luminor in right guard or keep Embo at right tackle, I do believe he will be a starter here soon. I do believe he could be a better guard than Van Rotten, or if we move Luminor to the inside, he could be a better right tackle than Evan Neal could be. I'm just putting that out there, man. And they did not pick up Evan Neal's fifth-year option, so that pretty much tells you their plans with Evan Neal in the future. If Evan Neal doesn't make it at guard, it's over. It's curtains for him as a New York Giant. But Marcus Membo, man, we can run that zone running scheme that I see that they're going to run with him. He's very athletic. You could pull him, and he could go get in front of those guys to where we can do the off-tackle runs or the inside zones that we want to run. Or, he could, at the guard position, he's quick enough to get on the three technique to where we can run a trap. So Marcus Membo, I give it another A+ in the fifth round. Don't know how he fell to the fifth round, but we got our athletic tackle. We got our tackle for the future, just in case something happens to one of our tackles, or we got a guard for the future, just in case he beats out somebody like Van Rotten to be a guard. Trenches, man. We did a whole bunch of the trenches in this draft, and I'm happy about that. Now we have to skip into the seventh round where we got our boy Thomas Fidone, we talked to at the Senior Bowl as well, 6'6", 256, might be down to like 245, 248 now. A receiving threat, and he's a very good blocker. So he's going to be out there. He's going to push Bellinger for playing snaps, and may even push Theo Johnson if he continues to drop the ball. Fidone gets in and out of his routes very, very smoothly. Is a demon across the middle, man, and he is tough as nails. Another one of those savages that we drafted in this draft. Thomas Fidone, a very good red zone threat as well at 6'6", and he can get in and out of his routes, and he knows how to box out, and he knows how to block. You can line him in line, you can line him in the slot, you can line him outside, you can line this guy in the backfield, you can line this guy anywhere you want to line him up. And that is a major plus to get someone like that in the seventh round who was projected to go in the fourth or the fifth round. We got a lot of guys that were projected to be a lot higher, and we got them at the spots that we got them. But Thomas Fidone, I do believe he will be the second tight end behind Theo Johnson. And Theo Johnson, you better look out, because this guy is coming to play. He's coming to put his stake in the NFL. And I do believe he's a better route runner than you right now. He's a better catcher than you right now. He's just as fast, if not faster. So we'll see, man. We might have a seventh round gem in Thomas Fidone, as long as he doesn't re-injure himself. I think he was coming off an ACL tear, and that's why his stats were down at Nebraska, and maybe that's why he fell to the seventh round. But he's definitely not a seventh round talent. So I give that an actual A+ as well. And then, the Giants, they always got to go get a defensive back or a corner, and we got Corey Black from Oklahoma State. We got a top 30 visit in the seventh round, man. That is absolutely insane. And I will say this, Corey Black, he's aggressive, bro. He's aggressive. He's a very good special teams guy, continue to block field goals and extra points at Oklahoma State, and he is aggressive, 6 foot, 195. Very good size at the corner position. Doesn't mind coming up and making tackles, and he makes plays on the football. He has a bevy of interceptions over there at Oklahoma State, and I think he actually fits what Bowen wants to do in that zone scheme. So Deonte Banks, you got to get your act together, or this guy may sneak himself some snaps. I'm just going to be honest with you. This Corey Black guy is not a 7th round pick. He was projected to go in the 4th and 5th round as well. For whatever reason, he fell to the 7th round. It is what it is. But I do believe that this kid can sneak in there and get himself some playing time opposite of Paulson Debo if Deonte Banks continues to struggle. I give that pick a B plus, you know. But the Giants draft overall was very good, man. We got better in the trenches on both sides. We got a quarterback of the future. We may got a stud tight end in the 7th round because this dude, when you look at that dude, Thomas Fedone, that's not a 7th round talent, man. It's not. And we got bigger and stronger at the running back position with Cam Scatterbo. And he just brings a fierceness to this team, and he brings a toughness to this team that we haven't had in the running back backfield since Brandon Jacobs. So I am very impressed with what Joe Shane and Brian Daboll did in this draft. Now it's time to develop. You got the talent. Now it's time to develop the talent. So we'll see what they do with this talent that they have accumulated in the past 2 drafts. I think they've killed the last 2 drafts. So we'll see. But this has been New York Giants Full Access. Go check us out on the Aboriginal Sports Network, and go check out Giants Conversations with me and co-host NYG22 on Popular Opinion Sports right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. And check out everybody, man, from the Aboriginal crew. It's a conglomerate of us over there on the Aboriginal Sports Network where you get NFL All 32, you get the Black Top Podcast, you get everything over there from all of us on the Aboriginal Sports Network. But this is New York Giants Full Access exclusively here on Big Pat Sports Talk, my personal channel. Thank you guys for watching. And until the next episode, y'all know what it is, man. Peace.
I'm in red form. In a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual healthcare, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways. I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.